legs hit the floor. Spent a lifetime running, and I always get away. But with you, I'm feeling something that makes me wanna stay. I'm prepared for this. I never shoot to miss, but I feel like a storm is coming. And if I'm gonna make it through the day, then there ain't no point in running. This is something I gotta face. If I risk it all, would you break my fall? How do I live? How do I breathe? When you're not here, I'm suffocating. Wanna feel like
Hello, David Zritsky for the Bond Experience. Welcome back. Well, I'm fully decked out, as you can see, getting ready to go out into the snow. And it is, I don't know, a foot has fallen in the last few hours here in Austria. And we are going to be test driving. I guess Bond would call it field testing. A lot of different brands and a lot of different kit. Like this Helicon watch in lichen green. One of 50 watches. We're going to be test driving it by doing a lot of different things like snowshoeing and skiing, etc. But that's not the only thing. We've got a lot of different clothing items, and they're either Bond inspired, Bond homage, or just downright Bond brands. So come with us as we do like Bond and put these items to the test, maybe even to the breaking point. Let's do it. Okay, we're going to be heading out snowshoeing. We are fully decked out like something from Hoth or Star Wars. Got a great group with us. Our guide, got the Daniel Craig approved jacket from Canada Goose. And yes, we are snowshoeing.
Because it's quite, this lake is quite...
Ready?
I think so.
Let's do this. Oh my gosh. The snowman.
Yeah. And then the organizer.
Might be an area to get lost, especially if there's a weather like this, or if it's foggy, you have no chance to orientate, except the sun comes through, and you can't harvest them. It's so far away from any road, or the only way is to have helicopters to bring away the wood. And these red trunks you can see here are from the red fir. If you dare, you can run with these. Yeah. Sounds steep hills, but not here. When the river from Niedertai went this way to Lengenfeld, this was the first.
So we've done our snowshoeing. It was amazing. It was 3.5 to 4 hours going through the mountain, going through the forest. The snowman was witness. The Helicon held up very well. There was one moment where I got a little panicked because I smashed it against like one of the rocks, and I'm like, oh, that's it. You know, I lost my balance. And no, it held up like a champ, which is great. and the weather was beautiful. So we couldn't have had a more perfect time to do the snow showing.
I'm prepared for this. I never shoot to miss, but I feel like a storm is coming. And if I'm gonna make it through the day, then there ain't no.
Now, a part of testing these things out in the wild is making sure that they fit within certain environments. I'm outside on our deck right now at the Natural Hotel. This is amazing. It's indoor, outdoor type living, which I love. But we're going to dinner, so I needed something that's elevated. But here's what's happening. Right now, it's obviously cool outside because I'm outside and it's like 32 degrees Fahrenheit. But inside, they're kind of cranking the heat. I mean, it's a spa resort, right? So I need something that's going to fluctuate with the temperature, but still look the part. I'm getting some serious Thunderbolt vibes here. I've got plain front worsted wool pants, but I've got this merino top from Gray Flannel. Now, Gray Flannel is a brand that Timothy Everest has. Now, you know Timothy Everest. He's clothed so many individuals, from the man from U.N.C.L.E. to Ethan Hunt to our very own M, and so much more. You can read about it in his own autobiography. But Timothy has curated a few pieces. This is one of them. I love it because it's a long staple merino wool, thin but braving off the cold. But when I go back and decide, I can do the whole Thunderbolt thing, roll up the sleeves if I want to, and it maintains its shape. So again, anniversary year of Thunderbolt here in the Solden area, which is giving me some sort of SPECTRE vibes. But wait, let's say we go for a walk afterwards and it's a little cool. You can hear the wind going. He also has this vest, which now we're combining Thunderbolt with SPECTRE, because when I put on this vest, and this vest is very, very cool. Wait for it. The wind she is a-blowing. When I put on this vest, suddenly I'm looking a little bit like this has been curated around the Daniel Craig. I said Craig look. The Daniel Craig look. Check this out. I'm all ready for an after dinner walk. This is going to keep the cold away, but it's very light. And what I love about this vest is in between here, these are all fusion shut. So it keeps in the heat, and that's obviously extremely efficient. But there's more to test out. It's time to head to dinner.
If I risk it all, would you break my fall? How do I breathe when you're not here? I'm suffocating. Wanna feel love erupt from my blood. Tell me, is this where I give it all up?
Well, it's dinner time again, and I picked out an outfit that has, I'm just going to say it, Roger Moore essence to it. Almost Moonraker when he wears one color. Now, he wore black in that movie, but I decided to wear navy or midnight blue. And this top piece is called the Active Shirt from Gray Flannel. Although I think they should change the name to Tactical Shirt, because it is an 84% polyamide, 14% elastane, and it just gives with you. It moves, but it also keeps you cool. And I think I mention that this wonderful place, they tend to overheat their area. So this is going to keep me nice, cool, and collected. I paired it with a pair of trousers that are navy, a very simple webbing belt, and I'm ready to go. I've got my Omega Spectre watch on, of course I do, and I'm going to throw on this cardigan, but prepared to take it off very quickly because, again, it's going to be hot, but this NPL cardigan is like chef kiss. One thing I do want to make mention to you is what I like about this is it doesn't need a lot of ironing, and I know we're all wincing at some of these like no iron shirts, but when they're tailored like this with the high armholes and this type of color and this type of sleeve, and look at that midnight blue, you can't help but deny it looks fantastic. So as a Bond fan, you'd be missing out if you came to the Solden, Tirol area and did not go to this place. It's Aquadome. Aquadome is a spa like no other. It's got 24 different thematic moments that are all about health and wellness and treatment. It's got something like 11 or 12 thermal areas, pools galore. We'll give you a sneak peek, but really to go inside, I'm going to kind of leave the phone down because this is about leaving the rest of the world out there and just losing yourself. And again, a spa treatment that caresses, connects with you, and submerges you into the world of Bond. I'm not too sure why this place has not turned into something where they film a Bond film here, because I can almost imagine the nefarious bad guy running a wellness center like this, and just everybody's shield lowers a little bit, but you'll see what I mean when you see it. It's amazing. We are snow hiking, which is a lot of fun. We use crampons to go up different ice and snow, but it's still cold out. By the way, look at these Austrian peaks in the back of us. I'm wearing a Sunspell hat that has reclaimed cashmere, recycled cashmere. It is soft. Don't let the recycled fool you. And by the way, we curated this together because, yeah, I know, it looks like the one that he wears heading to Mr. White's place in Austria. Same color, same type of cap. This one keeps me nice and warm because we got a long hike up. Let's go to it. Now I realize that this video is about testing some of these things out in the Solden, Austria environment, but this is a little bit special. It's not that tactical kit. This was a gift from Sophie Harley. You know Sophie because she designed the Algerian love knot that you see in Casino Royale, and of course Quantum of Solace, a lot of flashbacks. But this is something for me. Not something for Vesperlin. I have not opened it up yet. I'm opening it up on camera. It's an unboxing. What's in the box? Look how nice. Look how nice the box is. And by the way, you can see the reflection in the window. I'm surrounded by snow and trees and gorgeousness. And here we go. You're going to see it before me. Oh, beautiful wrapping. Ah, very nice. I know what this is. So this is a male version, men's version, of the Sophie Harley love knot. Yeah, this is for me to wear, which I am going to put on. It's a beautiful chain. It's got the Algerian love knot. I'll get it front and center so you can see that. And it's got the Sophie Harley wing and heart emblem as well. Nice short chain. You'll see it poking out. You'll see it in pictures because I'm going to wear it at different times, but Sophie, you are amazing. And thanks, by the way, for a nice nod to the men out there that want to patron the Sophie Harley brand. This is going to go on my neck right now. Thank you.
If you take a life, do you know what you give? Odds are you all like what it is.
Don't let the ambient light fool you. The sun shines very powerfully through the mountain mist, and you can get burned. So you've got to protect your skin. You also have to protect your eyes. And this seemed like the perfect environment, both rugged and amazing, to test out something that is amazing and rugged as well, and that is Steve McQueen. Mason and Sons thought this might be a good piece to wear here in the mountains, especially walking around Solden. It's a very cool, hip town, lots of party and activities, and I would be doing some Bond things. But when you think of James Bond, you think of also Steve McQueen. They both are that calculation, that epitome of cool. And what Mason and Sons is doing with Steve McQueen is this historic sunglasses that take different timestamps, if you will, different eras of Steve McQueen and replicate them in sunglasses. And I have a pair right here, which I'm super excited about. So here we go. Here's a little note from the company, Steve McQueen Eyewear, the Octarian, very nice. And I was able to choose the era that I wanted to. You can actually pick the different era of Steve McQueen, and I chose 1967 for a few reasons. I think that's when he was kind of the epitome of cool, but also I was born in 1968. So since this is a birthday outing, that seemed appropriate. So the United States is undergoing significant social upheaval with struggles for civil rights and against the Vietnam War. The hippie movement is emerging, exemplified. Steve McQueen continues to shine in cinema with the iconic films like The Great Escape and Bullet, embodying the revolutionary spirit of this tumultuous era. Come on. How cool is that? By the way, he's wearing a bucket hat. I'm telling you. It's not just for Gilligan's Island. He's going to bring Bucket back home. There's the box. We always like to show the pomp and circumstance behind it. Oh, look at this. All right. So right away, we're going to take out some of these things. So I caught it. Here's a booklet that talks about the sunglasses, but we're really interested in this. All right, here we go. Look at that. This is the Steve McQueen case. I love this. It's got kind of that signature icon, the Steve McQueen icon. And this is something you can put on your belt or you could just use, but it's something different. You know, like Steve McQueen is something unique and different. So this is perfect. I am going to open these. Now inside, this is what the inside looked like. It is flocked in like a velvet, but look at that gold. Yeah. And okay, this is very cool. The cloth is a tartan-like cloth, and there's a place for the warranty, etc. But that's the case. We're after these. All right, so here they are. I'm going to try my best to show them off, but you know what's cool is you're going to see the reflection of the beautiful mountains here and the snow. So you know I'm not doing this on a soundstage, like we have a budget for a soundstage. But check this out. Look at these. Yeah, Steve McQueen is epitome of cool, but these may be the epitome of sunglasses cool. Again, it has the iconography on the arms. It says 1967, has the size, Steve McQueen, and these are made in Italy. The ocular clarity, I said ocular clarity, the ocular clarity of these is among the highest that you can get in sunglasses, and that is important. I have sensitive eyes. You may have sensitive eyes, and if you have distortion, your eye tends to focus on the distortion, and therefore your cornea hardens and softens. Gosh, it's like I know what I'm talking about, but it's true. And that over time can actually wear and fatigue your eye. Very bad. High ocular acuity, like these Steve McQueen sunglasses, is so important. Hold on a second, though. I love these. To me, yes, they're big. I like them big. I have the small little cute little, you know, Maverick aviators, but these to me smack of Hollywood. And by the way, when you go back to, again, what Steve McQueen looks like in these, and you can go to the Mason and Sons website and see really great pictures of Steve McQueen wearing these. They've replicated these perfectly. Now, here's my little Bond moment for all of you people, okay, as we're taking this in. Daniel Craig wears almost the same exact ones, very similar, in Quantum of Solace. There are some behind the scene pictures of him in Quantum of Solace wearing these type of Steve McQueen sunglasses. If it's good enough for Bond, good enough for Daniel Craig, and good enough for Steve McQueen, why isn't it good enough for you? It is good enough for you. So here we are. And again, I'm looking over the mountains with this ocular acuity, no distortion whatsoever. And let me get back a little bit. By the way, I'm wearing just a nice lamb's wool sunspell top. I'm not cold at all, even though it's 30 degrees Fahrenheit right now, if that. But yeah, just warm in this and my Steve McQueen sunglasses. I am so digging these. But now I'm going to go to Solden. We're going to walk around town, try to be hip and cool. I don't do that very well, but these are going to help. Thank you, Mason and Sons. I love these. Has sent me a little mission kit to help get me through alive. For example, they sent me the James Bond ski pants that I'll be wearing, and we'll be talking about it a lot more later. And just to complete the Q Branch outfit, the Bogner James Bond ski jacket. And Bogner goes way back, especially with James Bond, and we're going to take some time to speak about that. But we are field testing this mission kit material on the mountains where it all happened in SPECTRE. And you know something? I need to get changed.
'Cause the writing's on the wall. The writing's on the wall.
Thanks for watching the Bond Experience. If you like what you saw, why don't you subscribe to the channel by clicking this button right here. We'll keep you up on everything new that's happening in the world of Bond. And speaking of something new, here's something new just for you because we know you so well. Talk to you soon.